Hello Scorpio, my name is Alison and you are with Healing Dove Tarot. Scorpio, we're going to have a look at the love energy surrounding you from the 3rd to the 9th of December. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I have to share with you. I just finished doing the Libra reading for this week, and Libra had two of the same cards, Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, which you do, two aces. And I thought, oh no, I mustn't have shuffled the cards very well. So I put the Ace of Swords back into the deck. And I said to Spirit, please, if that is meant to be the card, bring it back out again. Can I please have one more card for Scorpio? Ace of Swords. So it was kind of like a little bit of joke on me, I guess, is like, you should just trust us, Ali. Like, we play the cards as they're meant to. You know, it's quite funny. I think that's ego stepping in, you know, my hesitation, not just trusting where things go. Maybe that's an important message. But anyway, let's get started. It's actually a cracker of a reading for you, and I'm a little bit excited to see how it's going to play out. Just want to let you know Mercury's finally going direct. Hurrah! And we have a new moon in Sagittarius on the 6th or 7th, depending on where you are in the world. So it's a little bit exciting. But let's get started with your reading. We have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. So an Aries could be quite relevant in your life, or it could just be speaking about the qualities that you're taking on, taking charge, taking control in your life. The Emperor is the King of Kings, right? And as he stands there, arms crossed, he's actually quite a softie at heart. He's one that became the King of Kings for caring about his kingdom. It's like the king of the 7 kings, you know, that type thing. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because if you are dealing with an Aries, I have an Aries twice that's come up. I also have a male earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be female, but it's coming up as King of Pentacles, and I'm feeling very masculine energy from it. And maybe a younger air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but they're the main ones, okay? But let's get started. So you come into this period, 3rd of December to the 9th, with the 10 of Cups coupled with the 9 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Cups speaks about wish fulfillment, and the 9 of Pentacles is my single lady card. So for some of you, you could just be really content with being single right now. And I say that because at the base of this, grounding your reading, you have the Ace of Cups, but it's in the reverse, right? So Ace of Cups in the upright speaks about reconciliation and love, or like a brand new start in love, some brand new beginning about something that you absolutely madly enamored with. But it's in the reverse. So I feel like maybe you're just happy on your own at the moment, Scorpio. Some of you could have recently become single. I know in your readings I've been talking a lot about listening to your heart, healing begins, sorrow, take action, a breakup. I've seen that energy around you for some time. And look, with Venus retrograde that recently happened, a lot of you did actually leave your partners. And, you know, maybe that needed to happen because I am seeing at the center of your reading, you have the card of the 9 of Swords. So this speaks about anxiety, really being up in your head, being a little bit anxious about what's coming tomorrow. You have 2 9s, okay? And I like seeing 9s in readings because it means you're almost at the end of that cycle. I feel like for me, they're showing me the full moon in Cancer. So I feel like, and this is I feel for a couple of signs, you're going to get clearer on this as you get to the 22nd, okay, of December. After this week ends, we don't have any retrogrades for quite some time. There are none in 2019, which is fantastic. There are a lot of eclipses though in transits, especially in January, but I just want to let you know that for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be smooth sailing, okay, Scorpio? You've had a lot going on in your life right now. And look, I feel like if you are content and happy being single after a breakup, then good for you. You know, I always feel like breakups are the time when we should actually not engage with anyone else and spend the time trying to figure out who we are and what we want from life. And the older I get, the more and more that I feel like that, rather than doing the traditional thing of eating a tub of ice cream or going out. As you get to the weekend, you do have the Magician coupled with the Princess of Swords. So The Magician, or the Starman in this tarot, because this is the Starman Tarot, talks about manifesting new beginnings. New moons are all about that, right? New moons are our opportunity to go to the universe. Hey, this is what I want. And they're at their strongest in their manifesting power 2 or 3 days after the new moon. It's a perfect time to get pen to paper and actually write down whatever it is you want to achieve or manifest within your life, okay? And then kind of give it up to the universe on the timeline and when that will happen. But for you, I think you're manifesting clarity. I think you're manifesting clarity. Potentially, maybe you had a relationship with a male earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That could be what's ended, because it's bookended with the Ace of Cups. So it's telling me that that could be the emotional connection that's done. And that's giving you a little bit of anxiety. Maybe it was something that you wanted, but it's still quite hurtful. Yeah, I have, like, if I'm looking through your past, I have a Tower moment. I have the Four of Cups, which speaks about boredom, being unhappy. I then have a Tower moment, so something coming to light, someone calling you on something. Maybe you betrayed them, maybe they betrayed you. I have the Nine of Wands, which speaks about reaching your limit, like you just like had enough. And then I have the World, which is ending a karmic cycle. So if you were involved with someone and it ended, I do see that you emotionally walked away in the last couple of weeks. The moon's now giving you some time to kind of have an illumination on where you're at. And now you're like, right, now I'm taking control of my life and I'm happy being single. Yeah. And look, it's really about that clarity, like I said. That's why this card came back, even though I tried to put it back. It was definitely for you. Ace of Swords speaks about getting clear on things that have been hidden. You know, you've got the Moon card there just behind the Emperor. So for me, it's really about getting the clarity that you need so that you can move forward. Maybe this relationship needed to end because you, like the Four of Cups said, you really weren't happy. You were really feeling a little bit despondent. Maybe it's more about the fact that you've now got the clarity you need to turn this Nine of Swords, this anxiety, into a 10 and close that cycle for good. Now, it is a general reading, but for those that follow me, thanks for being patient up to this point. If you are single, and you haven't just recently left a breakup or anything like that, I really don't see you having much of a change yet. I see something, you getting that clarity about being ready for love, but it's kind of like you're just kind of like, no, not just yet. I just still want a few more weeks for me. And, you know, maybe it's that you've got someone who's trying to date you and you're kind of like, I'm just doing my thing. Or maybe it's that you've just had so much heartbreak in the past. You're kind of like, I'm not ready to give my cup of love, to give all my goodness until I see someone that's worthy. And you know, if that's the case, hat off to you, because I actually commend that. I think that's very smart. Couples, it looks like I see a really lovely time coming up with family and friends as you're coming closer to Christmas. I see you manifesting, you know, really abundant, happy time. You've got the Ten of Cups coupled with the Nine of Pentacles. It's almost that Ten of Pentacles. It's that wealth, abundance, happiness. I don't see anything negative for happy couples right now. It's just a general good week, getting excited, maybe even festive about the Christmas season. Maybe even picking out a tree if you haven't done that yet. Yeah, good week for couples that are happy. All right, show me please additional guidance for singles in love from the 3rd to the 9th of December. Thank you, Eddie. Just one card. Just one card, thank you. That's too many. Can I have just one card, please? I'll take the first one that I saw, win or lose. 5 of Swords. It's definitely more of that mental energy, figuring out where you are, where you're going. Couples, additional guidance please for couples in love from the 3rd to the 9th. Additional guidance for couples please from the 3rd to the 9th. There. By the book. 11. All right. Singles, win or lose. Five of Swords. So typically this speaks about, going into arguments and going into fights and actually winning the argument at fight, but then you walk away and you're like, why was I such an idiot? The key words are disagreement, ego, detach, and love. Often in matters of the heart, people find themselves in disagreement, set against one another in a battle of wills. Ego takes the place of intellect. Greed overtakes generosity. The love in the relationship is forgotten in the desire to win. But where there's a winner, there's also a loser. The partners are no longer equals, and the relationship can falter or completely break down. At this time, be cautious about letting your ego trick you into acting in your own self-interest, especially at someone else's expense. If another person is trying to provoke you, do your best to remain detached. Solve disagreements in a way that makes everyone a winner. Find the middle ground, where each person yields just a bit, but just enough. Let love be your guide in dealing with conflicts in terms of matters of the heart. In the end, it's not winning that matters, it's the love. Couples. Number 11, by the book. Their key meanings are abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural family customs, and universal laws. Getting along with another entails understanding and respecting who they've become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honouring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want them to be. Your connection will deepen as a result. So that's really about acceptance.